What's going on, you guys? Welcome to Strangers Minds. I'm Fernando, and this is Strangers' reaction to paranormal call on tape. We're going to continue on with SirSpooks, and we are up to number 50 of top 100 scariest videos of 2023. So far, we have seen a lot of incredible videos here in this compilation, and I just can't wait to see what's next, what comes. So without any further ado, let's get to number 40. Oops.
This TikTok user named Win McPix posted a video to his account back on June 1st, 2023, in which he walks viewers around his house, which certainly seems to be quite haunted. Take a look at the footage and see all the strange activity that is going on around the house.
Go lie down. It's okay. Lie down. Stay. Been doing this all morning and I don't have time for this today. Stop. Hey buddy. I got too much going on. You gotta cut it out. Oh shit. Okay. I'm just gonna set it up with paper towels and we'll just let the phone roll. I asked you if you gotta go or you gotta go downstairs or something. Wherever you're gonna go, you gotta go. Calm down. He's okay. Please, not today. Just, holy cow. Little buddy.
When the brightness of the video is enhanced, a bizarre shadow figure can be seen throughout the
I'm not gonna lie. I actually got the chills watching that video. And it was more so due to the reaction of the dog. Can this be orchestrated? Yeah, sure. You could use a string, open the door. Editing the video, digitally, it's can it be done? Yeah. But the reaction to the dog, that is what's getting me here. This is almost one of those instances where this is too good to be true. This is too good to be true. I just hope that there is a follow-up to see what happened in this location. I mean, because not just due to the door opening, it's that shadow figure. If it's real, that is interesting. I mean, it's like it's not even trying to hide until the guy gets close to close the door again. Then it just dissipates. But yeah, I could honestly say I don't think I've come across a video like this. Hopefully it's real and it's not orchestrated, and let's see what else.
The footage multiple different times. Here are a few examples of this happening.
I asked you if you gotta go or you gotta go downstairs or something. Wherever you're gonna go, you gotta go. Calm down. He's okay. Please, not today. Just, holy cow. Little buddy.
You see, it's the reaction of the dog. Unless there's somebody effing with the dog, Oh, I don't know, you guys. It is a good one. I like it. It doesn't seem like the figure is on repeat, like it's showing different motions, and the way, even the last time it kind of rose up, it turned into like a cloud. You know, I really like this one. This one has me that it's even giving me the chills. Yo, this is number 50. This should have been number 1, I think.
Sadly, this video doesn't really have much context provided with it, so it's kind of difficult to dive deep into it as a result. Even still though, the footage is quite unnerving, and it makes you think. What would you do if you discovered that your house may be haunted? In this YouTube video posted by a channel known as Rockline Do Not Cross on June 16th, 2012, a group of friends are driving around late at night in France, just trying to enjoy their night when they see something utterly startling. The footage initially appears to be relatively normal in nature, but that all changes within the blink of an eye. Take a look at the footage and see for yourself.
Et alors, super saxo chrono. Super saxo chrono. Oh, le trottoir. Ça marche. Ça, c'est de la puissance. Et on va le faire. Eh, mec, c'est quoi ça? Quoi? Oh. Quoi? Eh, mec, c'est quoi ça? C'est quoi? Oh putain! Attends, fais demi-tour! Mais t'es malade! C'est quoi? Oh putain! Attends, oh, mais ça se trouve, c'est quelqu'un!
We have heard so many stories, folklores, you know, stories around the campfire, and it all involves a woman in a dress in a dark, lonely road. You know, it's almost up to a point where, you know, you might think, is this a, you know, is this a thing in the paranormal field? Like, you know, I mean, because it's all over the place. And, you know, I have no idea where these guys are from. SirSpooks probably mentioned it. I didn't catch on, but, you know, they're not talking English. So I'm assuming, you know, they're going, you know, this is out of the States. You know, I myself have traveled internationally and been to certain places, and, you know, for some reason, activity out there internationally, you know, I don't know what the purpose is, but it feels like it's a little more intense out there. Maybe it's due to the location, but yeah, once again, the reaction of these guys, it's what really is catching. But it's almost a phenomenon. White lady in dress walking in the night up onto the road, and the fact that you could really even see a face, it was just all blacked out. You basically just see a dress, you know.
Ça se trouve, c'est quelqu'un. Waouh, c'est quoi ça? Non.
It was definitely.
C'est peut-être la gonzesse.
They turn around to go.
Attends. Elle était dans le virage. Ouais, elle était là. Wow, mais c'est pas. Ouais, elle est dans le chemin. Vas-y, viens, on va voir. Vas-y, viens, on va voir. Vas-y.
As they drive down the road in the middle of the night, they see a woman wearing a white dress standing on the road, which causes them to get extremely scared, and they then panic. They then decide to turn the car around a moment later to see if the woman needs help, presumably, but when they turn around, they discover that the woman is no longer there and has seemingly vanished into thin air. Could this be the ghost of a woman who passed away on this very spot, or was it a hoax? To this day, this odd mystery has not been solved, and it's probably never going to be solved either. Sometimes the most terrifying things happen when we least expect them.
That's facts. That's facts. So yeah, you guys, of course, this could be a hoax. You know, all of that could have been orchestrated, that's for sure. But one thing is for certain is that this white lady in a dress in the middle of nowhere, dark road, tends to happen quite often, and there are some that even call this kind of entity a hitchhiker. So, you know, you don't pull over, you don't, unfortunately, sorry for the living that needs help during this time, but if it's me, I'm gonna keep it pushing. I'm not gonna no, that's not me.
This next video comes to us from a TikTok account known as Metaphysical Show. And it starts off with a man explaining that he has a piece of alleged paranormal footage that he describes as the creepiest he has ever seen in his life.
Let's check it out.
He says that it happened in the woods that surrounds him, and he explains a bit of what happens in the video. The video in question might just prove that we aren't as alone as we would like to think we are in this world. Take a look.
All right, so it's translucent. You could definitely see something there, and it is moving. You see a pair of legs, a person walking. You see a person walking. So, let's just, hopefully this is authentic. This guy is genuine and he's not out for clicks, because this could also be orchestrated. Creepy. Yeah, it is. I have, situations like this, especially in the woods and stuff, it is overwhelming, especially at the night hours. It's very heart-wrenching to be out and about in the middle of the woods, and because it's not just about the paranormal that you have to worry about. It's animals, other people, the living, which is worse. So but it's daytime here, and he called this, my question would be, what was the purpose of him recording this? Hopefully they'll say.
In a blink and you'll miss it.
I do also like the fact that the dog is reacting to it too. But let's just say, just throwing it out there, a dog in the woods could be reacting to anything, and if he really wants the clicks, he could have just digitally put in that while taking advantage that the dog is reacting like this. Just saying, just putting it out there. We're gonna have to go with what these guys are putting out.
At moment, in the distance, a creepy apparition can be seen walking around in the forest at a casual pace before it ultimately disappears from view entirely. This is a video that has been creeping people out ever since it got posted, but nobody has been able to properly explain what exactly is going on in the footage and whether or not it is authentic. What do you think? Do you think that this video showcases genuine paranormal activity happening in the middle of broad daylight? Or do you think that something else is at play here?
I'm saying, me as a paranormal investigator, every time I watch these kind of videos, I am rooting for it to be a good piece of footage to watch that is real paranormal activity. And it's unfortunate that there is a lot of people out there who are looking for them clicks, who are taking advantage of certain places, locations, entities, spirits, just to make get their 5 minutes of fame in or make a profit. So, it's the reason why my mentality works the way it does, especially when it comes to paranormal caught on tape. But a lot of these things can be orchestrated, and the only way to know for sure is by, if they have any more information. And a lot of these videos don't. So, but it is fun to watch.
This first video that comes to us today starts off with a chilling bang. The video in question was posted to TikTok by a user named Monikita Official on January 20th of this year, and is terrifying. At the start of the video, a woman can be seen panicking and moving around, seemingly getting scared of something that's outside. The videographer then moves a bit closer to the window and passes the camera to the panicked woman. She films outside, and it's right then and there that we finally see what's scaring the woman so badly. Take a look. Way far off in the distance, a pair of glowing red eyes can be seen staring at the TikTok user, while she continuously screams in panic and fear before the video eventually ends abruptly, leaving us all to wonder what happened to this woman and her family afterward, and whether or not she called anyone for help. It's unclear as to what was staring back at this family with those terrifying red eyes, but it's definitely creepy, and I can only hope that she at least called the police to get them to come out there and investigate the area. That is, if the clip isn't a hoax. Let me know what you guys think.
All right, so this family is Latino. I'm Latino. I know a lot about Latinos. First of all, with instances, especially with the paranormal, within the Latino community, we aren't very open to the spiritual world. It has a lot to do with religion. A lot of people don't believe in this stuff. And for people who do, we are looked upon as like almost as if we're crazy, right? Another thing that doesn't really help this video is there man, I mean, I get that if you was to see something so crazy like this, you're just gonna freak out. That's your first instance, but just the way how she was reacting, it kind of raises some red flags, and right away she goes to it's the devil, it's the devil. So yeah, honestly, the eyes looked at like pretty, like almost like if somebody took like the blinkers of something and just put them together, or that, I mean, obviously I could be wrong and it could be real. Is the eyes look like something off a mask, or like something that glows, like something off a bike, or I don't know. But her reaction was a little, was a red flag. Hopefully this is not real and it is all a joke, because I feel sorry, because there's a little kid there. So for these people to start reacting a certain way, I mean, people react differently. I can't really go and say that, but I don't know. Her reaction was a red flag for me. I can't really pinpoint why at this time, but yeah.
This next video is a YouTube short that comes to us from the channel known as Dee's Dark Adventures, and was published to her channel on October 25th of 2022. The video is quite eerie, even though it is relatively short. Take a look and just wait to see what happens.
Obviously, at first glance, this is, what the hell is this, right? Yeah. I'm not an expert on animals, but are there animals within this region that might show something like this? Or could this just be a person? Because animal doing its thing out and about, I mean, it seems like the field is completely open, so there isn't a real reason as to why this I'm gonna say thing is kind of hiding, and peeking coming in and out, peeking, looking around. You know, you would assume that an animal in this area would be just walking, doing his thing. You know, there's really not much to go out, you know, go and say about this. I don't feel this is real, just due to whatever that is, how it's reacting right now.
In the description of the video, D provides a little bit more context to the whole thing by writing, quote, "A man was checking on his bees when he noticed this strange creature at the edge of his property and started recording it, then sent it to me by email," end quote. Other than that brief write-up, this video is relatively shrouded in mystery and nobody has been able to tell whether or not it's real or fake. And if it is real, what exactly was going on in the video? What was this creature and what did it want to do? Some believe it to be the mythical Goat Man due to its very clear horns. The Goat Man is often purported to roam the woods of Prince George's County, Maryland. There's also the famous Pope Lick monster, which is described as a goat man living underneath a railroad trestle bridge in Louisville, Kentucky. Many also believe it to simply be a person in a costume. But what do you think? Let's just hope that this man is doing okay now and hasn't had any additional visits from whatever this thing is.
And I just, you know, this is why within the paranormal community, when we come across different, you know, cases, different investigations, that we, you know, network and get to know as many people as possible within a certain group. For example, I would have loved to speak to someone who knows, you know, who's a professional and expert on animals, especially within the goat, cow, cattle, you know, field. And, you know, about the area, because SirSpooks just mentioned 2-3 different states, and, you know, they have their own, you know, entity of a goat man, you know. So, you know, it's, I guess we'll leave it just like how SirSpooks said. I guess we'll just leave it up to you guys to see whether or not, if you believe it, you know, or not. I think it's a, you know, I think all of that was orchestrated just cause an animal, you know, reacting that way. It's, you know, it's a little weird. Now, if it's, I don't know, a goat man entity, it's, I don't know, it's hard to believe, you guys, hard to believe.
The person who posted this video on Reddit surely caused a lot of commenters to go wild when it comes to speculating what exactly it was that this unknown videographer managed to capture while on an airplane.
The plane was flying towards it. It's pretty high up though. It's pretty high up though. I was gonna say that, you know, like this could be one of those balloon with heliums, right? But do they go that high up? I mean, the way that it's passing by, it's because the plane is flying towards it. So, you know, what could this be? Could it be a balloon, right? I mean, obviously this video is leaning towards this UFO and unidentifying flying objects. So, you know, it's, yeah.
In the description of the post, the uploader writes, quote, I'm surprised I haven't seen this video on here yet, but then again this was just shared recently on Twitter. Do not know the original source, but it's getting a lot of attention and for good reason. In the 20-second clip you can see this thing pass by very close to the pilot. It's shiny metallic with an oval/triangular shape.
Or the material that it's around one of those helium balloons that will give off, you know, is it like, I don't know, like foil or something? I mean, these things do get pretty shiny, right?
Another thing that I noticed is the pilot seems to already be noticing and trying to capture another UAP, aka unidentified aerial phenomena. In the very beginning of the video you can see a small black dot, almost moving. As the camera tries to autofocus he loses it, but keeps filming. That's when the main UAP flies by the pilot. So yeah, 2 UAP I believe." End quote. This video is definitely the kind that is sure to get the internet in a huge debate over what exactly is happening in the video. Does this video help prove the point that aliens exist and that they're visiting our planet? Or is this something easily explainable, such as a balloon? I'll let you decide.
Yeah,
This
you guys, you know, don't get me wrong, I believe in aliens. I believe UFOs are real. You know, I am not so close-minded to think that we are the only living species in this universe, in this galaxy. But you know, that's just then you know, I think, you know, I'm leaning towards is a balloon. I think it was a balloon. I just need, you know, the only, you know, what would be useful is the knowledge of knowing, could those balloons go that high up?
This next video comes to us from a TikTok account known as Voided One, and is one of the most unsettling and heart-stopping videos that you will see in quite a long time, guaranteed. A woman named Odette Morales is riding around in the irrigation river channels in their local town to relax and cool off on a hot summer day along with her friends. In the video, we can hear a crowd of fellow riders screaming with joy while riding the smooth but exciting ride. But as you will soon see, this fun boating trip soon turns into an absolute nightmare in broad daylight. Odette's ride through the water is going well when all of a sudden we can see what looks to be a man swimming or floating closer and closer to Odette's boat ride.
How do you know it's a man? I'm sorry, I'm seeing long black hair, so it's more so that it's a woman. But I'm not gonna identify it as a man or woman. You definitely see something gliding through the water. You know, I'm not talking about mermaids here, but that looks like it's a potential entity that possibly had a fatal end to its life and it's haunting these waters. I've seen this video before and everybody pretty much can't really debunk it, because especially once you come out of the tunnel, there's really nothing above you to give a reflection. You know, there's just not a reflection of nothing. There's something that is about to break, you know, the water to show itself. Could it be potentially that there is an item or a thing that it's, you know, kind of following the river right behind them? Yeah, that's a possibility. But the way it moves and the way it comes into view and leaves its movements, you know, it almost, you know, it almost seems like it has some intelligence behind it.
before she eventually ends the video, more than likely so startled by what she just saw that she had to stop filming. It is worth noting that about 5 years prior to this video's upload date, a man allegedly died in this exact same canal as a result of drowning. So it begs the question, is this the spirit of the man coming back to haunt, or maybe just to warn off other potential riders? It looks like that may be the case. A Reddit user by the name of Light Surgery posted this truly creepy video online that has sparked quite the debate across the internet amongst a ton of passionate paranormal aficionados. To provide just a little bit of context, the uploader wrote, quote, "I just moved to a 1800s Victorian terrace house in London. The house is opposite back onto a cemetery. I just got a motion alert on my doorbell video and it had captured something that looks a bit strange to me." End quote. Very interesting. Now let's have a look and watch the video to see if we notice anything bizarre.
Is that all a clip, or are they going back?
The upload continues writing, saying, quote, "It looks to me like a figure peering round the side of the house and then walking off, past the neighbor's car and onto the street. But it looks like a shadow rather than a person. Can anyone here suggest what this could be, if anything?" A lot of people in the comment section of the post cannot help but express just how freaked out they were after watching the footage, with one Reddit user writing, quote, "I haven't seen something that creepy since you first see the alien in the movie Signs, when it walks past the alley at the children's birthday party." End quote. I'm sure many of us were traumatized by that scene. This video is a couple of months old at this point, and it doesn't look as though the mystery has been solved, and like it or not, it probably never will be.
Alright, like, you know, we're gonna have to see. I mean, although that's a weird shape. That's a weird shape. What I was gonna say is, we're gonna have to see how a person looks, and so we could compare. Cause, you know, but that's a weird shape right there. That's a weird shape. This was accidental, you guys. You know, like when I record these videos, the only reason why I edit anything is because of the commercials that YouTube puts out. That's the only editing I do. Everything is just uncut, raw. Whatever I say, that's what y'all get. I don't go back and redo scenes. I don't have time for that schnapps. But this over here, I paused it like at the perfect time because I was gonna say, who, you know, it's a person. It's just a person. But I paused it at a, you know, decent, that it even looks clear, right? Like, you know, because while it's playing, it looks really gritty, and for some reason right now it looks really clear, and it has a weird shape. You know, I guess the only thing I could say is, thankfully this is outside of the home, and this is the only thing that the, you know, that the person who posted it is complaining about, is wanting answers of what this was that was outside of his home. So let's just leave it at that. Thankfully it's outside of the home, and yeah, just because I paused it at this moment, I like the video. I like the video.
A TikTok user named DarkSideOfKyle published the following 2 videos to his account and have been the subject of tons of discussion in the paranormal community online. In the first video, Kyle explains that he was moving into his new house supposedly alone, but then this happened.
that's already a red flag for me. I was liking the video up until he walked through the door, because you couldn't see any shadow on the floor due to the, you know, the sun coming in from the window opposite. If there was somebody there, you know, it should have casted a shadow. The fact that, you know, I didn't see one was interesting. What I didn't like is how he just walked through the door and kept on going straight. If you know that there's, you know, there's a possibility of anything or anybody closing this door, you're gonna right away turn to the right. Like, that's just common sense to me. You're not just gonna keep on walking straight down the room, like not turning around. Like, unless he just kept the, you know, camera, then that's different. But if you're trying to, you know, I'm gonna say this. If you pull out your phone and start recording because you are feeling that there is some paranormal activity going on, you just messed up. You just done messed up. Ain't nobody gonna believe this no more just because you walk straight through. You know, you need to turn with the, you know, your phone or device or whatever you're using, so the people could see what you're seeing. If you walked like this and going straight, then, you know, this is gonna be for personal use. Thank you for uploading it, you know, but you just messed up there. Let's see what happens. And he walked really
As you can see, some lights begin to flicker inside of Kyle's brand new house, and just a moment later, a door can be seen closing seemingly all by itself. When Kyle opens the door to investigate, he finds absolutely nothing.
What the F is going on? Things are going crazy now.
Did you guys see that?
In the second video, Kyle is filming from behind this door, which can clearly be seen rattling around all by itself, which understandably freaks out the uploader. When he goes to investigate, he sees a hanging doll. What could possibly be going on inside Kyle's new house? Either way, it definitely seems like moving into this place was a big mistake. Not that he's to blame, because who can anticipate that the house you're about to move into is haunted? Let's hope Kyle can find a new place to live as soon as possible, or at the least find a way to live peacefully with these ghosts. Or at haunted, either leave this.
Okay.
And just a moment later, a door can be seen closing.
Let's go a little bit. You see, you don't see no shadow being casted, which is why I kind of liked it. But the fact that he walked through the whole entire thing, who's not to say somebody didn't just creep out and leave, right? That is one.
Seemingly all by itself. When Kyle opens the door to investigate, he finds absolutely nothing.
What the F is going on?
It sounded like somebody ran away, to tell you the truth, right? Like somebody ran away as soon as he grabbed the doorknob.
Things are going crazy now.
There was no reason for him to like really look into that doll if all hell is breaking loose. Like, the doll would be the least of my concern right now. Do you see the movement over here? And then it leaves. Now that doll could be hanging by the hair somewhere. You know, nail, string, a rope, anything, you know. It's not floating.
In the second video, Kyle is filming from behind this door, which can floater. It seems like moving into this place was a...
This is definitely, I'm gonna have to call cap on this one.
...to move into is haunted. Let's hope Kyle fully with these ghosts.
Yeah, I'm gonna call cap on that one.
This video was published to the highly popular High Strangeness subreddit, which is essentially one big collection of all sorts of photos, videos and stories relating to the paranormal, UFOs, ancient cultures, cryptozoology, anomalies, and other strange things. The footage
Just in case, you guys, I am part of a podcast called The Shadow Files with these awesome dudes out in Australia, Gary and Jeremy, and we talk about all kinds of this stuff also. You know, we even have guests, special guests that would come in and talk about, you know, a perfect example, you know, with the Yowie, you know, Bigfoots. You know, we had an expert on there, Ray Doherty, and we spoke to him. He told that, you know, he gave us all of his, you know, information and everything what he has been through. So, you know, if you guys like this stuff, man, make sure you catch the Shadow Files podcast. It's on YouTube. It's something else. It's fun.
shows the uploader filming the sky above him late at night. That's all perfectly fine, right? Well, it turns out that he's not filming the sky just randomly. He is filming what he believes are UFOs.
UFOs? What the That's UFOs. What the Maybe they're gonna land. What is this? This is crazy. The Martians.
The Martians.
This is, I wonder if anyone else sees this shit. Babe, can you tell her to come here? Tell her to come here.
The strange lights that can be seen throughout the footage are definitely quite unnerving, and it's clear by watching the video that the uploader is freaked out by it and fascinated by it at the same time. Sadly, not much else is known about this particular video other than the fact that it was filmed in Delaware. Also, seeing as how this video is just a couple of days old at the time of uploading this video, there hasn't been any sort of explanation given to it yet. What do you guys think is going on here? Do you think that this video shows authentic proof of the existence of UFOs and therefore aliens? If not, what do you think these strange lights are? Be sure to let me know your theories in the comments below.
Well, you know, again, I believe in UFOs, but if it's so cloudy, bad weather like this, right? Wouldn't you be able to portray this using some sort of light? Flashlight, some sort of, you know, something that could really go up there. I just like their reaction to it, right? And it seems like, you know, it's lights that you could see through the clouds, but which is why I'm questioning, you know, because I've seen many, you know, videos with when it's bad weather, it's really cloudy and foggy. You know, people would shine their flashlights or whatever, you know, and it looks like it's, you know, like it looks, I'm not gonna say similar to this, but you could tell there's something. I actually like this video a lot, due to the fact that it's basically new. You know, hopefully later on in our, you know, journey through paranormal call on tape videos, we'll come across and find out what actually happened here.
The bathroom is
Ooh, damn, I was about to keep on going, you guys. Yo, we are on number 40, so that is the end for this. If you guys want to catch what happens in this bathroom, you're gonna have to catch the next episode. But until then, thank you for watching. This is Strangers Mindz, and if you want, do what you do when you like a channel. You know, hit that like, share, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you guys on the next. Peace.